Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the Millennial Man Cave. It's your boy Jeff again, back here for some MLB The Show 18. What is it now? What have we called it? The Sim League? After it was the rebuild franchise of the Blue Jays. Taking this one through, guys. We are officially in Season 7 with the Blue Jays now. We got 2 championships. Oh, Season 7 or Season 8? Comment below. I can't remember off the top of my head. I feel like, no, we won championships in 4 and 6. Last season we lost in the playoffs. We are Season 8. I apologize. Before we get into today's episode, guys, I just want to say something real quick. If you haven't noticed my t-shirt, maybe you have, maybe you're giggling. Yes, this is the Rugrats pattern. If you watch Rugrats back in the day, awesome show. Our millennials will know exactly all about that. But basically what this shirt represents, you can see it says Dreamers. Your boys are partnered with Clutch Chairz. We do represent them as proud partners. And their owner, Sammy, created a t-shirt brand with some partners, which essentially it helps with people dealing with suicidal tendencies, anxiety, depression. You know, something that Chef Tom and I have briefly talked about in our episodes before, something that I've personally dealt with and I'm still dealing with now after the loss of my mom, and something that Chef Tom's dealt with for a long time, you know, high stress, anxiety, all that stuff. So this one hit home for us. Basically, the Clutch Chairz, I guess, co-owner or director or whatever he is of that role there, came up with this idea that they want to get clothes that kind of depict the issue that's there today in society and basically make it, you know, more noticeable. Make it somewhat in discussions, like not looking past it, embracing it, you know, that people go through this stuff and that we can defeat it and it, you know, get past it. And so basically what it represents is dreams rule everything around me. Dreams. And basically buying t-shirts have proceeds that go towards the suicidal, depression, anxiety places in America. And Chef Tom and I want to jump on that just because obviously it is something that is dearest to us. It's, you know, it hits home. And we want to represent them. So if you guys are interested in going to check out their product line, they got a great wide array of stuff. I got a couple t-shirts and a sweater. Chef Tom got a couple t-shirts. You can go find them at dreamsruleme.com. I'll put the link below in the description. If you have any interest in buying some of their stuff, guys, like I said, it goes to a really great cause. And the stuff looks great. They got really cool designers. As I said, I'm a big Rugrats fan. As a kid, I was. So, you know, this shirt really does mean a lot to me. And, you know, wearing this product, like I said, it hits home for us. And we couldn't, you know, couldn't even think twice about jumping on this fast enough. So shout out to Sammy for creating such a great idea. This is something that, you know, I think more people should be talking about and getting involved with. So any little bit does help. And, you know, the MMC boys are very happy to get on with this one. So you'll definitely be seeing us rock some of this merchandise, of course, as well as our own. So again, go check them out at dreamsruleme.com. The link will be below in the description. Now, let's get into some baseball action. So, where did we end off last season? Well, obviously, we made the playoffs and didn't get past the first round. So, let's see where we are now. There's been obviously some trades and some deals in this offseason. So, starting pitcher, you'll see Matt Manning still kicking around here. A big acquisition from the Tigers last year. Trevor Rogers, a new name. A big lefty southpaw. We signed off of free agency. A big acquisition for us. He's 27. He's 89 overall. Pretty much him and Manning look to be potentially our 2 future beasts. Charles McGraw from last year, playing fantastic baseball for us towards the back end of the year. It's up to 87. Riley Pint, who you guys are going to know very well. He was our ace. He's kind of leveling off right now, 27 at 86. I think he's going to go up and down during the season. I expect big things from him again this year. And Sean Reed-Foley, who stepped up and played pretty good for us last year. Excited to see what he has for us in store in his second full year in the league. At 29, actually is our oldest starting pitcher, so crazy to think. Walker Sterling, one of our prospects, up to 80. Pretty much going to be ready to go and jump up this year if we need him. Adonis Medina is 28. It's up to 79. A good depth guy. Willie De La Rosa, who we acquired last year, up to 78 at 23. Neil Rivera, our pick, 76. Nate Pearson, 75. Barry Albrecht, 74. Justin Mazie. So, as you can see, we kind of start going a little bit lower from here. But we do have some guys like Castaneda coming up the pipes here. Brian Lugo, maybe eventually becomes a depth guy. So at relief pitcher, Julian Fernandez, a nice little acquisition we made in the offseason. Matt Bowman still kicking around at 84, still had a great season for us. Miguel Castro, last year's acquisition. Joe Biagini still going strong for us. Daniel Norris, Alex Claudio, still around for now. I'm going to monitor Claudio to see how long he kicks it around. Tony Cingrani, we signed in the offseason for a little bit of potential depth. you know, because in case we got to call somebody up. We got Mark Abraham, Marlon Dwyer, our young guy up to 75. And then, of course, we kind of start tapering off there. But I'm feeling confident. And Jorge Saldana, we acquired. I'm pretty interested to see what he can do for us as well. Isaiah Ellis. So we got some names, guys. We're definitely not in a place in relievers where we're going to be in trouble. I think we should be good. Of course, as always, we monitor and make adjustments as we need to. Looking at our closing picture, I was asked why I moved on from Diaz. This is why. Edwin Diaz was amazing. He was the best closer, but look at what we got here in Vinny Pineda. We took from Tampa Bay last season. 24, and he's up to 95 overall already. And 8 potential, still holding strong. Andres Herrera, again, still giving us some depth. A great piece to look at. Kevin Porter, who's 21, is up to 77. We drafted him last year. He's going to be a beast, I can tell already. If not as a closer, as a really good reliever. And then Steven Alderson, just some potential, you know, depth here, 25, 68, B. Looking at our catchers, Leo Batista, obviously still our guy, 84 overall, he's 25. Roger Hessman back up to 76. Him and Ezel are really going to be the guys that we watch out for, who are going to be that 2 spot. Both have showed some promise offensively, so we'll kind of use them as our depth. And then William Lintner, who's at 63 and 20, B potential. I got some expectations for him to be half decent. Kind of looks like Pudge Rodriguez, which I love. So I'm excited to follow him along and see how he goes with this franchise. First base, Bobby Bradley and Rowdy Tellez are our guys, 28 and 30, both 86. I expect nothing but another incredible season from these two. Being able to have the depth, guys, to have both of this, in case one went down with injury, what's happened to us over the past few years, this is very key for us. And let's hope it doesn't change this year. Jimmy Robles, AA right now, 23, A potential, 60 overall. Who knows what this kid's going to be? Hopefully some high upside. And Chris North as our extra guy there. Second base, Greg Hayer still kicking around, 26, 85, B potential. I love it. Rico Campos, he's a D, but he's a 70, so something we can obviously look into. Bernardo Cedeno, obviously not much. Toby Hebert, a prospect who's 26. Hasn't really turned out to be over 70. I'd love to see him turn into some depth, if possible. And then Joe Fisk, who we drafted. He's 19, 52, and B. I think you had potential in the 80s, so hopefully he pans out for us. Third base, there's our monster. Vlad Guerrero Jr., 26, 96 overall, A potential. Just signed him to a long-term deal. This should hopefully take him to pretty much close to trading or retirement. We'll see what happens first. Otis Gaspar, 75, some good potential to be a good depth guy for us this year in case we get some major injuries. Hasn't really had a full time to come up yet, so we'll see if he gets the time this year. Jake Gatewood, a guy who we just signed for depth. We'll kind of see what he has to offer us. Johan Garlobo, 22-64. And then Darrell Drew, 25, B potential, 63. Maybe he ends up being a good depth guy for us. Shortstops, Bo Bichette. Yes, he is 89 now. Finally showing that potential, 27 with A. Paul DeYoung dropped to a 79. He is 31 with a B. He's not signed to that bad of a contract, so I think I'm going to monitor him this year and see where he fits in. Because Kevin Maitin is up to 77 with a B potential and 25. So he could be a guy who really takes a step very soon. And then Robbie Faulkner, can't forget him and that incredible beard, 22, 61, and a B. What I like about DeYoung is that he plays first, second, and third as well as short, so he plays the entire infield, whereas Maitan only plays shortstop and third. So, you know, they're both really good guys. That's great to have on the roster. DeYoung will get the edge to start off, but we'll see how he does. Left field, Rhys Hoskins, still kicking around, 32, 92 overall. How long he lasts for us before we have to look to start trading him, we'll see. Hopefully his numbers don't diminish anytime soon and we can ride him off into the sunset. And Adam Hazley, who played really well for us, getting some more extended time last year after Yelich went, 28, 82, B potential. And then Pedro Gonzalez starting to come around here, 27, he's 75, so maybe a guy who could be some depth in case of injuries in the outfield. Moving on from there, Teoscar, 3286B. This guy's been stellar for us, man. You know, we signed him to a great long-term deal. He's making next to nothing. And, you know, he's just been consistent for us from both an average and power perspective. Monte Park starting to slowly work his way up, 24, 69, and a B. I'm sure he'll probably finish by mid-70 this year, let's hope. And then in right field, Domingo Santana still around 32, 86B, exactly like Teoscar. He's been great for us. Mariano Trejo starting to get over the 70 point now at 25. And then Geraldo Lozano, 25, 66, A potential. And Mariano Guzman, 22, 68B. And Damian Ashton, 1962B. So some great potential depth in the outfield to replace some of these guys as they're getting older. And then if a contract becomes an issue, you start moving them out and hopefully the younger guys start kicking in. Or at least they become trade pieces. So depth is always key. Now that we're through this, let's get into the important stuff. Back into some sitting action here. for spring training. Let's see how the boys do. Get nicely stretched out for the season. So how are we going to do? So 2 big dubs to get started. We're 6-2, 7-2, 11-4, 13, 14-4, 15-4. Killing it, boys. Let's keep those dubs going. 21-6 and 21-7 we finished. So that's actually our best spring training we've had to date. But it doesn't matter, spring training. What it's all about is the regular season. So how are the boys going to play here? We start off against Boston. Let's go take a look to make sure what is up for the roster right now. So, here we go. We have Manning, Rogers, Pint, McGraw, Reed, Foley. Perfect. Why do we have so many guys up in the MLB right now? So, Neil Rivera should not be up. You can go down to... Actually, yeah, he's probably a AAA guy. We'll send him down to AAA. Adonis Medina's has to clear through waivers, and so does Nate Pearson. I'm more so worried about Medina, to be honest. We may lose him. He might not clear waivers, but fingers crossed. Let's hope he does. But our pitchers look good here. Relief, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Cingrani's getting sent down, but Porter didn't get the call up, and Herrera dropped a little bit, so Pineda is up. Typically, we actually carry the extra guys, so... Cingrani's on waivers, but in the MLB, so I'm not entirely sure why that would be the case. But Claudio did drop off the table here a little bit, so apparently he's going to be our extra reliever at this point. So we'll keep these 6 up for now. Pineda, of course, our closer. Batista and Hessman will get the start. Bobby Bradley, Rowdy Tellez, no changes there. Both at 86, I love it. Greg Hayer, of course. Vlad Guerrero Jr., so Gaspar will start off in the minors. Bichette, DeYoung, Kevin Maitan, who's officially up right now. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. Let's take a look at the outfield. So Gonzalez has to clear waivers. We're going to send him down to AAA. Okay, so he's currently getting moved down. Hazley, Hoskins, Hernandez is up, and then Santana. So there's our 4 outfielders. And then they got Kevin Maitan up, which I'm okay with. I'm okay to run 4 outfielders. And then we're going to have one more potential spot open, so... Let's sim through day 1 here. So, yeah, we're going to stop simulating. A nice 11-3 victory for Matt Manning. That's fantastic. But we are going to go check this roster again. Make sure guys are starting to clear here. So, I'm not... What are we missing on right now? Okay, so now Hessman apparently dropped, but it's fine. Hessman's going to stay. Tellez, Campos, Gaspar, Maitan. Okay, let's sim through a little bit, because it's still saying that the guys are still up. Let's get through maybe the Boston series, maybe go through to week 2 here. So we took the Boston series, we swept Philly, we just took 2 from Boston again, so 7-2 to start the season. Let's go check now. Hopefully these guys all pass through waivers. Okay, yeah, Adonis Medina went down, Neil Rivera went down, perfect. So our starters are looking good, I like that. Relief pitchers, yep, so there's only 5 right now. So Cingrani is supposed to be up, so we'll call him back up to the MLB. Perfect, 6 relievers. Pineda. Yeah. Hessman. Do these guys have any options to go down? So 1 more option, 3 more options. So we're going to keep Hessman up for now. He's batting 250. I can't be mad with that, as is Batista. Bradley and Tellez, both going to kill it for us. Hayer. Vladdy Jr. starting off the season at 353 already. Fantastic. Bo Bichette, 342. Up to a 90. 98 for Vlad Jr. Incredible stuff. DeYoung's looking good. Maitan hasn't gotten a shot yet. Hoskins... Hazley, Teoscar, and Domingo Santana starting off at 486. So I'm actually really happy with the way the lineup looks right now. And I know you guys like to see the actual lineup. So Bichette in the leadoff, Santana, Hoskins, Tellez, Teoscar, Vlad Jr., Bradley, DeYoung, Batista. If that doesn't scream depth, I don't know what does. This is versus right-handed pitchers with a DH. And then versus left-hander, we got Hayer, Bichette, Hoskins, Vlad, Santana, Hazley, Bradley, Batista, Hernandez. So a nice little balance between who we got out here. So we're starting the year at 7-2. Let's work our way to May, and let's see how things go here. So we just took out Baltimore. We took out Tampa. Or sorry, split with Tampa. We lost to Texas, which is not good. We lost to Houston. We swept the Yankees. We lost to Boston that time. We swept Cleveland. We took 3 of 4 from Oakland, and we're 23-12 at this point. Let's keep scrolling through here. Maybe let's get past the next 2 weeks. We just lost to Baltimore. We took out the Yankees. We lost to Houston. Houston's got our number. Just lost to Tampa. 15 days away from the first player draft. Just lost to Boston. Just took out the Mets. Just swept New York. So 34-22. We're 12 games over 500 right now. 6 days here until the first player draft. We just split with Seattle, who's in our other rebuild series. Can we take out the White Sox here? So right now we're split with the White Sox going into Game 3. But we'll take a little break here for the first player draft. Drafting at number 30. Toronto Blue Jays select. So starting pitcher, we're still deep. So we're thin at third base and thin at second. 2029. Tom Bergman, a left-hander. They got Philip Hall, left fielder. Which apparently we are deep. But he also plays right field. I don't know if I'm sold on those, to be quite honest. Second base, Nick Francisco. Looks like he's going to be not great, but not bad. Definitely a bit of a project. Center field. Oops. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Nathaniel Daniel, Quintero. So hold on. Let's look particularly to second base first. So there is an 80 at second base. That's Nick Francisco. So he's the project. And then third base, not really great from a potential perspective. So if we're looking at strictly potential, I'd say right now, I don't mind the starting pitcher, and I don't mind a left fielder either. Outfield obviously is very helpful for us. So Philip Hall, I mean, I'm not sold on him completely. He's got good stealing, half-decent fielding, but I'm not sold on his offense. And because he's a project, maybe we try and see if we can squeeze out something else. There's Chad Ventura for relievers, who's a 3-pitcher. Not bad. Should be a short-term prospect. 2026, ready by. Nelson Gutierrez, Nick Francisco. Do we go Francisco? He's got some half-decent contact versus lefties. Let's take a chance. We're going to go Nick Francisco, a little off the board here. That was a spot that we actually need to fix at second base and add a little bit more depth behind Hare. Back in it now, so Ortega's still here. David Knowles, starting pitcher. Relief. Let's see what Ortega has to offer. So he plays second and third and left field. Got some okay contact, so essentially between average and above average. Not really sold on the numbers. You got Marshall Monroe, 24, is an overager. But I mean, we got good starting pitching too, so it's kind of hard when there's so much pitching depth and you kind of want to get something else. Brian Damon, he's 18, 4-pitch pitcher, half-decent stamina as a reliever. So that actually looks like a long... You know, I'm going to go a little off the board. Let's take a reliever. We could definitely use some more relief prospects since we do have a lot of starters. Let's see what round 3 has to bring us. Hopefully, some more depth players. Okay, so Philip Hall's kicking back around here. Why not? We'll go off the board. We'll take Philip Hall. Still a lot of starting pitching here. Starting pitching. Yeah, center field. Actually, so Morris San, 2026, plays center field and first base. Looks like he's got a great contact. Good speed. Torrey O'Keefe. He's already apparently an 80. Oh, wow. Okay, so this kid looks like he could be a monster. So I'm going to go off the board, take Torrey O'Keefe there in the third round. I mean, we have a late round pick in every round. The last pick. So, you know, it's a little fun to go off the board here and see what kind of potential we can find. So it's Jose Blanco. So that's going into the 75s. Nelson Gutierrez could be a 70 out of the draft. Got some good breaks, sure. Let's stock the relief pitchers. So we got a couple half-decent, exciting prospects, I think. Let's hope the numbers look good once we get out and go sign them. Still some 80s kicking around here. So Morris San is still here. And he does intrigue me because he plays first base. So I'm going to take a chance with him. And let's see what else is kicking around for us at the end of round 6 here. Okay, so last pick. We got this 75 relief pitcher, Aaron Perry. Oh, they're all relievers. So, do we take maybe the guy who might be a little bit more legitimate? 65-70, 65-70, 55-75. So he's got a little less start off. I'm liking the break. I'm liking the stamina. The H per 9. Arm strength looks really strong on Brasky. You know what? I think Dunham. Yeah, we'll take Dunham from Germany. He looks like he might be a little bit more well-rounded. So let's jump out here. Let's see what let's hope the draft picks look good. Okay, you know what? I'm pretty content with this. I'm content. So Nick Francisco is a B potential prospect. He plays left field, right field, and second. So he'll definitely add to what we have from a depth perspective. So that's great. What else we got here? So Brian Damon, 83 potential, the reliever. He's a 53 from California, 18 years old. A bit of a prospect to build on, but looking good. Torrey O'Keefe is a 75 out of the draft, guys. That is absolutely incredible with a 89 potential. Already got great durability, great speed, good fielding, good reaction, got a great contact. Yeah, that's a good sign. I'm actually really happy about O'Keefe. Probably my most excited pick. What else we got here? So it's Nelson Gutierrez. He's a C potential, but he's 66. So he actually may be good for depth if he gets up to that 76. So I'll give him a sign. Morris Son, 76 potential. He's a 67 right now. Got some good contact, good speed. Why not? We'll give him a quick sign for depth. And then last but not least, Wendell Dunham. He's a C, but he's a 69 out of the draft. So I'll give him a shot too. Why not? That helps out with some organizational depth. Again, I'm really happy with that draft. If we can't do anything with them to make the roster, at least we can trade them. So there's that. Let's move on here. We'll go towards the end of June and then take a look at our team and start assessing. So we lost the Chicago series. We got swept by Kansas City, it looks like. So who do they want here? Lee Bach, first baseman, who's a 23C78. He's got some okay numbers. I'm not overly impressed. For Isaac Sherman, 21C70. I mean, I'm pretty content where we are at first base. I like the contact for Sherman. Got great speed and got really good contact right now. I'm not going to make this deal. He's a little bit younger, and I think he's still got room to grow. So I'm going to turn that one down. I know some of you might have said, Jeff, you should have taken it, but bear with me. Watch him grow. So we lost the White Sox. Okay, we didn't get swept by KC. We lost 2-1. We took out Tampa Bay. Starting the LA series now. Come on, boys. Get back in the win column here. Okay, we lost 3 of 4 to LA. We just swept Detroit. We just took a series back from LA. Just took Texas. Just took Baltimore. Okay, let's finish off the Atlanta series, which we also just swept. So we're sitting at 53-35. Let's go take a look to see how the boys are doing. Matt Manning is 10-3, 282, 92 overall. Fantastic. Trevor Rogers, 4-7 with a 4.34 ERA. I'm not loving that. I'm going to give him a chance, though, because he is a power lefty, and he's young. Riley Pint, back up to his great play, 8-4, 3.44 ERA. Charles McGraw's 3-3, so not getting victories. Maybe not getting the run support, but a 4.3 ERA. And Sean Reed-Foley's killing it at 10-4, 3.10. So very happy with the starters right now. I'm just going to watch out for Rogers towards the back end of the season. Miguel Castro killing it, 6-1, 2.26. Matt Bowman 1-2 with a 5.06 ERA. So he is one of our oldest relievers. I feel like the ERA will come down. Julian Fernandez 4-1, 4.54. Dan Norris 4-2, 3.38, having a great season. Joe Biagini 1-1 with a solid 4. And then Tony Cingrani, wow, 11 ERA and 0-3. So that I'm not happy with. And what's Alex Claudio doing in the minors? So he's playing half decent, but he dropped to 74. So I might look to move on from Cingrani. He is 35. I thought he would bring depth, but even as a starter right now, I'm not really happy with that. Vinny Pineda, 2-4, 3.77 ERA, but he's up to 95. Leo Batista, 3 home runs, 2.46. Hessman picked it back up, 2.76. Bobby Bradley, 13 home runs, 2.87, killing it. Tellez, 18 home runs, 2.71. This guy's just pure fire, man. He's been bringing great power and good average. Greg Hayer, 2 home runs, 2.56. I'm okay with it. Vlad Guerrero Jr., 12 home runs, 3.06. Attaboy, Vladdy. 97 overall. Bo Bichette, 17 home runs, 2.76. Can't be mad there at all. 91. Paul DeYoung, 14 home runs, 2.69. He's a 79 overall. I'm telling you, the depth that DeYoung has brought to this roster since we acquired him is unbelievable. Kevin Maitan, 2.14. Not great, but he only has 42 at-bats. So, I mean, that kind of will add up there. Wow. So Rhys Hoskins picks it right back up to 94, 16 home runs, 358 average. Adam Hasley, 9 home runs, 297. Finally showing that potential. I'm telling you guys, we kept him for a reason. Teoscar Hernandez, 21, 285, up to 89. What a beast, man. Consistently good that way. And Domingo Santana dropped a little bit, but still playing very well. 14 home runs, 282. So, Trejo, not bad. 76. Okay. I'm going to take a look to trade Cingrani. I'm not exactly happy what I saw of him. I'll be right back. All right, we're going to make a quick deal here. So we're acquiring David Hess, half decent relievers, 31, 83. Got a great contract. Moving on from Cingrani, he's going to clear up some space. Jake Gatewood and Dylan Carlson. I mean, there's guys we picked up for depth. They're not really playing. Take a little bit extra contracts off our plate. And this is a nice, easy deal for us. Boom. Open up some roster space. And now we will go check out our roster. Make sure the new guy is coming along. Relief pitchers. Boom. David Hess right there. Nice little upgrade. A couple years younger. He's playing very well this season. Let's see if this helps change things a bit here. So we will pass through. Let's go into August. Okay, so we got a deal here. Tanner Hook moving to the Mets from the Royals for Marcus Stroman, Patrick Jennings, and Felipe Murillo. That's a half-decent deal. So we took the rest of Atlanta. We lost to Cleveland. We are taking out Oakland right now. Loss to the Yankees. Oh, just took that last game. Okay, so Joe Fisk and Sean Estrada. So Sean Estrada. Where is he? C2261. Looks to be an okay prospect. And Joe Fisk, who's I believe is 19. Yeah, a B in 53. Also supposed to have half-decent potential. And they're offering Harvey Alexander, left fielder, 23 C and a 68. So he's a bit on the slower side to go. And I mean, outfield is definitely something we wanted to look for potential help. But second base, we definitely need the guys. And Estrada, I mean, he's pretty much a wash. I'm going to walk away from that one. I don't think we need it right now. So we're going to keep simming through here. Home Run Derby, we will skip. No guy. The NL1, sure thing. Let's go. Start beating the White Sox here. Come on, boys. Okay, big series win there. We took 2 from Tampa. We just swept 4 games against Detroit. Just swept Washington. Red Sox are calling now. Bobby Bradley for Matt Wisler, who should be a little bit on the older side at this point in the game. Yeah, 32 B77. That does nothing for me. And catcher Taylor Ward, 31 B77. Also doing nothing. Meanwhile, Bobby Bradley's killing it. Don't waste my time, Boston. You're in my division, too. That's just stupid of you. Trade deadline today is going to stop simulating? Yes. Let's stop simulating. Let's take a quick peek. So we're 67 and 43. Let's see how the boys are playing. So Manning 11-5, 3.28. Looks great. Trevor Rogers. Okay, so there you go. See? The patience helped out. He's 7 and 8, 3.8 ERA. Riley Pint 9 and 4, 3.62. McGraw 7 and 4, 4.03. That's acceptable for a 4-starter. And Sean Reed Foley 11 and 6, 3.57. So I'm going to stick with these guys. I love seeing that. Look at our depth. Just continue to grow here. This makes me feel confident in our starting pitchers. Relievers, Castro 7 and 1, 247. Bowman 1 and 2, 478. Fernandez 5 and 1, 467. Norris 6 and 3, 322. Biagini 1 and 1, 429. So Biagini's a little bit higher this season. He's also our oldest reliever. And then wow, Hesse. What the hell just happened? 637. Apparently he's been blowing some games for us. Okay, we'll have to have some patience. Pineda 2 and 4, 319. Is up to 95 still. So Hessman dropping off the table a bit. 269 is not bad. 256 for Batista. Bradley 281, 14 home runs. 24, 283 for Tellez. Hayer 263, 3 home runs. He's good defensively, I don't care. Vlad's up to 98. 15 home runs, 296. Bo Bichette 21, 292. Maitan, who just hopscotched DeYoung. 1 home run, 245. DeYoung 14, 262. Hoskins 20, 358. That's disgusting. Hasley 9 home runs, 280. Hernandez 23, 283. And Santana 19, 284. All looking great. Really, the only question marks I have right now is probably with Hess and Biagini. But really, I mean, I don't know what kind of upgrades we can get. Let me take a look to see if I can maybe, like, where did Claudio go? Wow. Okay. Let me take a quick peek at relievers again. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. Big acquisition here for us. So we're moving on from Biagini. We're moving on from Claudio. 2 more aged guys. Getting a massive upgrade in Dan Altavilla. So we're killing off age. We're killing off salary. Pretty much over 10 million. And bringing in a half-decent upgrade in Dan Altavilla. 32 B potential, 89. Locked up 6 mil per year. I'll take that one. Making a trade with the Mariners. And he'll step in as a nice replacement. And then I'm also going to move on from, unfortunately, David Hess, who has not been good for us since the acquisition. Let me see if I can find a better deal. Alright, guys, we got a nice little deal here as well. We're moving on from Hess. We're moving on from Andres Herrera, who's 27 now. He's never pretty much cracked 80. And hasn't really shown his worth. And then Marcel Ford here, a guy we randomly picked up from a trade. He's 27, deep potential, 72, not really going places. We are acquiring the White Sox best reliever in Zach Birdie, 88 overall and 30. Houston Irvin, a great little third base prospect, 25B and a 70. And Gary Neves, 20B, 69, pretty much replaces Ford's a wash. 7 years younger, almost the same potential. I think it's a great even deal. We'll accept that. Bada bing, bada boom, looking good. Let's go take a look at our roster. Ensure we have our right guys up at reliever. Yep, there we go. Birdie and Altavilla are now our top 2. And we will now go to sim the rest of the season. Are you guys ready? Let's get it. Okay. Fix that. Perfect. Take out Baltimore. All right, 3 of 4 from Baltimore. Took the Yankee series. Just swept Tampa. Just split with Washington. So we're 76 and 46. We're 30 games over 500. Let's hope we don't slip here. As I say that, we get swept by Boston. We take 3 of 4 from Minnesota. Take 2 from Boston after that in a 3-game series. Pushing on here. We took tied Philly. Swept Kansas City. The Bisons finished. Made the postseason. 78 and 62. How about Double A? Double A did as well. 74 and 66. So the cupboard still looks good, guys. The cupboard still looks good. Very exciting. We just lost the series to the Mets. Double A is moving on. Triple A is moving on. We just took out Seattle. We just lost to New York. All right. Triple A continues to move on. Double A lost in the Flying Squirrels. That's okay. And we swept Miami. So we're 92 and 58 here, guys. Let's keep some dubs going. Triple A won the national championship. That's it, boys. Just swept Baltimore. We just took Minnesota. Got swept by Tampa in the last series here against Baltimore. How do we do? Can we finish with 100 wins? And we sweep Baltimore for 100 wins. 162. We take the division. We are going to stop simulating. Let's go take a peek to see how our boys finished for the season. So, Trevor Rogers finished with 11 and 10, 3.47 ERA. Matt Manning, 13 and 8, 4.29. Sean Reed-Foley up to 87, finished 17 and 9 with a 3.14. So it looks like he had the most wins amongst our starters. 12 and 7, 4.70 for Charles McGraw, and Riley Pint, who finished on the DL, 10 and 5 with a 3.51. He's got a broken hand. He's gonna be out 2 to 3 weeks, so we are gonna have to call up somebody here. And Walker Sterling seems like he is gonna be the guy. Yeah, based on overall, unless we call up Neil Rivera. But I think I'm going to give the kid a shot here in the postseason. Are we going to have a chance? No, he's not eligible. Does Neil Rivera have a chance? Not eligible. No one's going to get a chance. All right, so we're going in with apparently a bunch of relievers. So Altavilla, 302, 1 and 3. Julian Fernandez, 5 and 2, 3.72. Birdie finished 4 and 3, 4.46. Castro, 10 and 1. Great record there, 409. Matt Bowman, 3 and 2, 3.93. Dan Norris, 11 and 5, 3.25. So our overalls for our relievers have really gone up. Pineda finished 96 overall, 3 and 5, 2.97. Leo Batista, 8 home runs, 2.56. And Hessman, 3.15 average and 124 at-bats. Not bad for a backup catcher with a C potential. Bobby Bradley finished hot, 293, 20 home runs. What a good season. Rowdy Tellez, 33 home runs, 281. Just continues to impress. With 3 stolen bases. Incredible. Greg Hayer, 6 home runs, 279. Finished at 85. Good stuff. Vladdy Guerrero Jr., 26 home runs, 293, 98 overall. Bo Bichette, 27 home runs, 277. Back down to 89. Kevin Maitan, 2 home runs, 206. Not great. Paul DeYoung, 23 home runs. Still adding that power. And 267. Very modest. I love it. Rhys Hoskins, 28, 338. You're just stupid good. 94 overall. 14 home runs, 276 for Hasley. That's a great season for him. Pedro Gonzalez pushing 81, which is also really good to see. Teoscar Hernandez, 34 home runs, 290. Great season, 87 overall. Domingo Santana, 84, 24 home runs, 293 average. Looking good. So we are going into the postseason a man down. For our starting pitchers, let's sim through the date, start getting into the postseason. We'll be taking on Seattle. So battle lefties here. Trevor Rogers against Sean Manaea. Your boys come out with the victory. Manning against Weaver. They come out with the victory for the sweep. Sean Reed-Foley. He loses. Charles McGraw against Ohtani. Oh my god. Okay. Rogers back up here against Manaea. Game 5. And we win. 6-1 victory. Going to take on the Astros. Let's get to it, boys. Matt Manning against Tyler Anderson. That's a dub. Sean Reed-Foley against Bukowskis. That's a W. Let's go, boys. Charles McGraw against David Paulino. That's a loss. Trevor Rogers back up here, our ace, against Jake Junis. That's a big loss. Okay, so we got a tie series here. 3-game series. Dan Norris apparently getting a spot start in the postseason against Tyler Anderson. That's a loss. Oh, boy. Matt Manning back up for us. We need somebody to do it here. Come on, Manning. That's a dub. Game 7. Sean Reed-Foley against David Paulino. That's a W. Clutch win. Heading off to take on Pittsburgh in the World Series. Okay, let's go. Trevor Rogers against Aaron Blair. That's a W. Charles McGraw against Shane Baz. That's a loss. Okay, heading back to Pittsburgh. Matt Manning against Seth Romero. That's a loss. Come on, boys. Not the World Series. Let's go. Rogers back up against Ty Diaz. That's a W. 3-game series here. Sean Reed-Foley against Steve Brault. That's a W. One more win, guys. Matt Manning, Aaron Blair. And that is another World Series victory for you boys, the Blue Jays. Taking it in 6 games against the Pirates. I love how we're getting those connections with our other franchises. We've had really big stuff going on with Seattle this year. We're taking on Chef Tom and I's franchise in Pittsburgh. So there you have it, guys. We take our 3rd World Series championship in 8 seasons. Let's go see the awards, see how everybody did here. I'm actually very excited to see who took stuff. So I'm already seeing a couple. Wow, okay. So our World Series MVP, Teoscar Hernandez, 563 average, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. Love it. Moving on here. Okay, American League. Most valuable player, Devers. Chaminade won the Cy Young. Had a great season, 17-4, 2.29 ERA. Batting title, Rhys Hoskins with a 338 average. Reliever of the year, Kenley Jansen. Rookie of the year is Hutton Moyer, who is a second baseman. These ones always weird me out. See potential. I don't get. He's 31, a rookie. Whatever. Jorge Soler won the Hank Aaron, 37 home runs with 331 average, 97 RBI. Gold Glove, James Chen. Gold Glove catcher, Victor Curatini. Tyler Austin, Ozzie Albies, who's won it 2 years in a row now. Devers for third base. Manny Machado at shortstop. Anthony Santander, left field. Estevan Florial. Nicholas Castellanos taking it for right field. Silver Slugger, Miles Straw, who's a DH. Mitch Garver for catcher. 3 years in a row for Garver, no less. B85, and he also plays first base. So, not too bad. He's 34, though. He's probably at the back end of his career. Joey Gallo, Cesar Hernandez, Rafael Devers, Francisco Lindor, 3 years in a row for shortstop. Byron Buxton, Aaron Judge, Ronald Acuna taking it for the outfield. And your postseason MVP, Bo Bichette with a 333 average, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. So there you have it, guys. Another World Series victory for you boys, taking the Pirates out of commission. Now, that ends this one, guys. Oops, that's a quick menu. That's my bad. That ends this episode. Another World Series victory. I love ending off on these because it's so exciting. We're going to head into the offseason, see what we got. Actually, you know what? I'm going to send you the offseason so you guys can see exactly what I'm going to be working with. So where are we at? Third base coach decided to retire. We got to replace him. Offseason's about to begin. Tender fire offers. Any retired players for us? Nobody. That's good news. Some big names here. Chris Sale, Michael Kelly, Alex Wood, Jose Abreu, guys we both had in our rosters. Jeffrey Ramirez, my name is Jeff. Alex Colon. Who else we got here? Michael Snyder, Wade Davis. Buddy Boschers. It's a good name. Sean Doolittle. Corey Kluber, Steven Strasburg. Got some big names there. Keone Akella. Okay, so we're going to end it off there. Zach Britton. Some big names there to show you guys about who's retiring this offseason. Nobody's getting inducted to the Hall of Fame out of those names, apparently. And here we have it so far for who we have to sign for our initial guys. Matt Bowman, Dan Norris, Roger Hessman. Shouldn't be too bad to resign. I'm pretty confident we can get those done. We're probably going to have to look to move on from Bowman since he is getting up there in age. Didn't have a great season for us. We'll go sign a third base coach. And that's where we're going to leave it off, guys. So thank you so much for dropping by again. Do me a favor. Hit that like button as hard as you possibly can if you're loving the Rebuild series and the Sim series here with the Jays. For you guys who are watching that are new, who are leaving comments on our other stuff, guys, I'm planning on doing every team for the Rebuild series. I think it's going to be a fun challenge for me. See what I can do with your favorite teams. And then also see if I can break my Cincinnati record of 2 seasons to win a World Series. And it's been a really fun experience. I hope you guys are loving it. So again, hit that like button. Let's keep getting those videos up there. Also, make sure you're hitting subscribe. If you're not subscribed to the MMC, please go do it right now. Also, make sure you got notifications turned on. Ring that bell, because YouTube's not sending you when we're sending all of our videos out. I don't know why they don't, but they don't. So you have pretty much like a 95% chance that you'll get the notification when you have the subscription with a ding-ding. So get that done. We're getting so close to 1,000, guys. We're like 975 right now. We can almost taste it at this point. That next goal is going to be a really big one for us. So help us get there. Help us keep this thing going. As well, make sure you're leaving those fire comments. You guys are incredible with those. And share some videos with your friends, your family, whatever. See if you can get some more people in the MMC. Make that family bigger every day. And with your help, we are going to get there. In the descriptions below, guys, we have all of our social media for you guys. You know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, all that stuff's going to be taken up in a very big way. I am now less than 3 weeks away from closing my new house, so very busy, very exciting times for us. Chef Tom's getting married in 2 months. I'm in 4 months, so it's craziness right now for us, and we're trying to balance everything out to keep the content coming for you guys. And, you know, you're going to want to start following us on that stuff, because when I get to my new house, the setup's going to be grade A stuff. Very excited for that. As well below, our partners, Clutch Chairz, Insane Labs. Great promo codes for you guys there to save some money on some grade A products. And as well, talking about what we did at the beginning of the episode, Dreamers merch, I'm going to put that link below, dreamsruleme.com. And then, of course, go check out Redbubble, our store. Get some MMC merchandise as well. And if you do grab some, make sure you're sending it to us. I want to show some love to you guys, Chef Tom and I, on our social media. Make you the star of the show. And what can I say, guys? Redbubble is phenomenal. You can sign up and get some emails from them. They give you great promo codes, up to 25% off on a wide array of products. And, you know, the store is great, so get your hands on some stuff. And we appreciate it because it helps us directly and helps your boys push through with bigger and better things for you guys. So, I leave you here, guys. Thank you so much for dropping by for another episode. What can I say? We love you guys. You guys are the bomb. And I will catch you on Season 9 of the Toronto Blue Jays Rebuild/Sim Series. Keeping it World Series. Doesn't make sense, but that's what we do with the MMC. I'll catch you guys on the next one.